certain Hawaii neighborhoods are brands within themselves. North Shore, Kailua, Kahala, they even have their own Aloha shirt. And of all of the valley neighborhoods, there's really one that fits this mold, and they even have a bumper sticker to prove it. Welcome to Manoa. Manoa is located in Honolulu. It's about 3.5 miles out of Waikiki and about 4.5 miles from downtown Honolulu. Now it gets 150 plus inches of rain every year. It's very lush, it's very tranquil. Usually you get a lot of trade winds. If you like cooler weather, Manoa is the place to go, especially if you want to still live in Honolulu. Now it is the home of the University of Hawaii, but this is not your typical college town. It's very laid back, things close down early, but what people love most about Manoa is that it's steeped in history. The history of Manoa runs deep, and you can find out more at manoaheritagecenter.org, but I'll give you just a little snippet of what I know. Now, back in the 1400s, Manoa was all agriculture. There was kalo, or taro, farmed here. Taro is what makes poi, and that's a very important food source to us Hawaiians. And then as more immigrants came in, we had Chinese friends that came in and started to grow rice. We had Japanese friends that moved in that started to grow lettuce and vegetables and flowers. And then, of course, there's the history of the Hawaiians. There's a lot of legends here that are highly charged. But more importantly, Queen Ka'ahumanu, who was King Kamehameha's favorite wife, by the way, he had 20. But anyway, Queen Ka'ahumanu lived and died here in Manoa, and she also welcomed Christianity. Now, 200 plus acres below, which became Makiki, also became the area for Punahou School. Punahou School is one of the most notable private schools, also the most expensive, but also where President Barack Obama went. We also had the founders of AOL and eBay, and also living in this valley, there's a lot of people that have done some incredible things. I hear that the writers of the Disney film Moana live here, and it's just an incredible place of history and of notoriety, and of course education. Now, speaking of education and schools, Manoa is known for having some of the best elementary schools. We've also got a great public charter school here called UH Lab, and you're close to all of the private schools: Punahou, Marinol, Mid-Pacific. You've got St. Louis and Sacred Hearts not too far away as well. Manoa has historically been known as a more affluent neighborhood. Once it even rivaled Kahala. Now, what you can expect here in Manoa is large lots, historical homes with a lot of charm. Some of the streets, however, are narrow, and that's kind of what you get for the fact that you have a larger lot. Now, there's 4 neighborhoods in Manoa. You've got Upper Manoa, you have Woodlawn, you have Lower Manoa, and you have this area, which is part of the Manoa area. Many of the homes were built in the early 1900s, and then there was a boom of homes right around World War II, and then other homes that came around mid-century modern, and these homes really maintain that feel, and that's what people love most about living here. Now, prices in Manoa on average are about $1.8 million for a 2,000 square foot home on about an 8,000-ish square foot lot, and then if you get more of a huge mansion estate-like home with a butler's kitchen and a maid's quarters, you're gonna pay about $3 million for double the size. If you're really lucky, you might get a teardown for $900,000. Now, one of the things about Manoa is that if you live on either of the hillsides, you can get beautiful views of the city. Manoa might be known for having some of the highest concentration or more notable historic homes. Now, if you own a historic home, you get a huge property tax break. You might be paying hundreds of dollars per year as opposed to thousands of dollars per year. But the caveat is that you have to maintain certain aspects of the historical look, and you have to open it up for tours every now and then. I mentioned earlier how Manoa is not your typical college town. It's kind of sleepy. There's not a whole lot to do here, especially after the sun goes down. But there are some really wonderful, thriving local businesses. This area in Manoa is really community driven, and there's a lot of pride here. We've got Morning Glass Coffee. We've also got Off the Hook Poke, as well as some really cool clothing places, a great chocolate place called Chocolea, and this wonderful place, Waioli Kitchen and Bake Shop. Let's go check it out. The Waioli Kitchen and Bake Shop has wonderful scones and mochi waffles and things that, oh, they're so delicious. But more importantly, this is an example of how community-minded this area is. Here at the Waioli Kitchen and Bake Shop, they're actually celebrating 100 years today. We stumbled upon this. It was originally established by the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army still has it. They actually house women and children who are recovering from drug and alcohol addiction. And here at the Waioli Kitchen and Bake Shop, they also employ men and women that have gotten out of prison that need a second chance in life. We can't do a Manoa video without talking about the University of Hawaii. Now, we are so proud of our UH volleyball teams, both men and women. They are amazing, our UH Rainbow Warriors. Speaking of rainbows, here in Manoa, there are incredible rainbows pretty much every single day, but along with rainbows comes a lot of rain. So if you don't like mud, you don't like rain, you probably don't want to live in Manoa. Now, going back to UH, if you watch a couple of videos on YouTube, you'll see some girls on there giving you like the most accurate description of what it's like going to school here at UH. Recently, I've been in touch with some parents that are like, hey Mila, we want to buy a place out there on Oahu. Our daughter decided to go to school. And I'm like, really? Are you sure? But UH just isn't that typical college experience. You're not going to have the partying and the Greek life. It's funny because these girls will tell you that their partying happens during the day. They go to the beach and they go to yoga, and then at night they really just turn in and they study, and it's a totally different experience. Now, going back to who should live in Manoa and who shouldn't, I'd say if you love history, you will love Manoa. If you love everything about an old house, including the smell, you will love Manoa. Again, if you don't like a lot of rain and you need to be in the sun and need to be closer to the beach, you may want to consider another neighborhood, but it is very beautiful, very lush, very tranquil, and you get the benefits of still being in Honolulu. If we can help you understand Manoa a little bit more, if you're interested in living here, please subscribe to our channel or connect with us on dwellhawaii.com. We'd love to help you.